In this video, I am joined by my husband, Marvel. First time, eh?
Hello. Well, you do know what they say, right?
What?
First time for everything.
Okay. So will you be doing more videos with me?
I'll think about it.
Okay.
Full disclaimer, I don't like doing videos.
I know you don't like doing nothing with your it's social media, and that's okay.
I
That's
am I
okay.
am what you call semi antisocial.
You're antisocial and you're an introvert. Intro. The most introverted person I know.
Yes, and I know for that there's no such thing as semi antisocial. I just made that up.
Okay. All right. So we have just gotten our PR, but we don't think that we are as excited as we should be or how other people around us are. Like just the other day, someone said to me, "When is the party?" And I'm like, "Party?" And she was like, "Yeah, for the PR." I'm like, "People does that?" And she was like, "Yeah." What do you think? Like, that's not our level of excitement. Like, a friend of mine was reminding me about someone who had a PR. I saw it on the internet. It's in America, and they got their green card and was celebrating with a party. But I don't know. It's not that I don't appreciate the PR. I do appreciate getting permanent resident of Canada, but I'm not as excited as I should or I thought that I would have been. Are you?
No,
You're not.
no, not really.
Why?
I guess I was more excited when we got our provincial nomination that would have enabled us to apply for our work permit. I mean, back then, I guess we were a lot more excited then than now because we were in a situation where we were not working, we were not having any revenue stream. So to be able to go out and to work and to get an income, I mean, that felt
What
more
you mean? We're hustler. But yeah,
that
I
that
get it.
felt more impactful then than now. I
Yeah.
mean, not to undermine getting the PR as no big thing because it is naturally.
And to a lot of people. But what I'm thinking about, and it getting a PR means different. It means different for a lot of people. And this is why. And I think this goes back to our lives back in Jamaica and our plan. Remember, our plan was never to come to Canada. We were never foreign minded,
Yeah, yeah. We
especially
yeah.
you. I was more thinking of it than you. So coming to Canada was like everything about our journey coming to Canada was like we came here on a visitor's visa, right? So even before that, when we got our visitor's visa, we applied for it in what, March of 2023?
Yeah.
And within 21 days, we got the visitor's visa. We got the approval, sent in our passport, and so on and so on. That was March. So say we got the visa in our hand April, May. And then in a split of weeks, we were planning to come to Canada earlier than we should have taken our trip. The trip was supposed to be August, and we ended up coming to Canada in July. So the decision, it was never about, this is what we always wanted. It was a matter of, you know what, let's try this out because we're in Jamaica. We were working fairly good jobs, getting fairly good pay, and we had a house. We had our vehicle, which vehicle is nothing, by the way. But we were all set and in a good job, as a lot of Jamaican would want to be in, and
Yeah.
life could have make. We could have make life,
So
yeah.
basically we didn't really came here out of desperation.
That's the word. That's just one thing to sum it up. That is it. It was never about desperation for
I
us.
think it was just about wanting a change to see what was on the other side. I think, or something along that line.
Yeah, more like that. Wanting a change. Just in my job, and I was kind of stressed out and worn out and everything. And I'm like, you know what? Hell with this job. As a matter of fact, I was seeking employment elsewhere, and I realized that they weren't paying me as much as I would have received in my current job. So I'm like, you know what? Let's try Canada. And so we tried Canada. So what was your thought when you come to Canada? Because coming to Canada now, I was very excited. I thought, and this is what me looking at Canada from Jamaica was like. Job dash where Canada. You go to Canada, you go find jobs. Jobs are there. And the pay are good. That's how I thought. So I thought that what I was earning in Jamaica would probably be doubled. Yeah. So when I came, I was so very much excited to gain employment and start working, start making the money, start setting off with my life, and also building Jamaica as well.
I'm a realist, and she doesn't like that. I kind of like see things at it as it is, and and I have always known that coming here, basically, you would have to start at an entry level in whatever position you're getting into. You have to start from the base and work yourself up to the top with the qualifications that they require you to have. So, for example, if you're going into the skill trade, you would start as an apprentice, and then you will get your journeyman that will enable you to make a lot more than apprenticeship. So I have always basically know that what would be required. And so I wasn't really, I don't know, frustrated to say that, oh, why would they be paying me this small amount and have experience back home? But I know that's was what the system is here. So it didn't really catch me off guard.
It didn't catch me off guard per se, but I'm just saying, um, without any knowledge, because we have had people who trod that path and we heard about it, we learned about it. We know that people had to work two, three jobs. I've never thought that foreign was a better for us. Never. From I was small growing up, I always hear that saying, and I know you have to work. I remember going to America some years back, and I looked at one of my friends and I said, no, thank you. I'll come and visit. I'll stick to Jamaica. And this is because of how hard I saw them working, right? So I know, and I've been working from I was 17 in Jamaica, and being the breadwinner, sending my siblings to school, helping my mom paying the bills and the rents and stuff. So at this stage in my life, I'm like, yo, I'm tired of working. I just need to probably do something on my own, right? So coming here, I don't think that with that mindset was the best thing. However, I was thinking that my qualifications, for example, I had I still do, an international certification, quality management, and that was what I was looking at. A friend of mine said, no, you don't know where things will take you in Canada, so don't just look at it from one perspective, you know? So
Well, I mean, the thing is, sometimes you have to go backwards in order to move forward.
I know that. But I'm just being real. That's what I thought. I thought that my qualification could have landed me something. And it could have, but it all depends on where you are in Canada. Because when I looked at certain job, um, are certain jobs in my field, I've seen them in Calgary advertising. I've seen them in like Toronto, the bigger cities. but not where we're at right now. Even when I look at something in health and safety, because remember, I did get a job in health and safety, but in the oil field, and I had to decline. And it was good money, by the way. But when you look at um, jobs in this area, you still have to get Canadian qualification, right? But when I start working here, my very first job here, I know that this a lot of people like migrating to Canada cannot say this. But my very first job here, I was being paid less than what I was earning in Jamaica. And it kind of pushed me to go a bit further because I'm like, no, there's no way I came to Canada to earn less than what I was earning in Jamaica.
Yeah, but that's what I just said earlier.
Yeah.
Coming here, you need to have the mindset that you're gonna be starting at a low level, probably lower than where you're coming from.
Hmm.
But you will have the opportunity to move up the ladder. But I guess you just need to get their qualification in order to do that.
Sometimes it's not only qualification because you can move up the ladder by hard work too.
So,
Yeah, because I see they do HANA stuff like that. And if they see that you can work, they will push you further, right? And I don't think it's very hard to get a promotion here in the workplace from what I'm seeing and my experience in the workplace. If you are doing a good job, and I mean, it varies, but I think it's possible
okay, so I
with
guess
solid
qualification
motivation.
and experience.
Or not even a qualification, experience or and hard work or smart work. I don't know, but because a lot of people in like look at my job. I told my coworkers and clients that in my country you definitely have to have a degree to work in a field, right? That's where that I am in right now. And they laugh because the minimum requirement is a high school certification. High school certificate, a high school diploma. Sorry, a high school diploma. To be honest with you, I never expected to be earning less than I was earning in Jamaica.
Oh, okay.
Did you expect to be earning less than you were earning in Jamaica?
At the beginning.
You expected that?
No, well,
No, but the typical
no, no,
immigrant.
no. I didn't add any expectation of whether
Mhm.
or not I'm gonna be earning more or less when I first came here. But what I do know is that as time goes by,
Mhm.
I would expect to be earning a lot more.
Well, yeah, I know that, but the bottom line is that I know that I wouldn't be earning as much. As a matter of fact, I'm not gonna lie to you. I just thought that my skill set could have landed me a proper job. That's what I thought at first, and I still think that it could have. It's just that maybe where I am located in Canada.
Yeah, maybe, I
Yeah,
guess.
yes, and yeah, so it all depends too on where you're located and what because in this city, Grand Prairie, I believe that it's oil field, social services, and like admin and other stuff. Beside the regular trades and nursing and other stuff, but I see that here has for social services, client support workers. Anything in social services, anything in social work field. And luckily, I did something in that. And also in the oil field. So anything in the oil field and anything skill. So you can't go wrong with skill. To sum up everything, I believe that it all has to do with your lifestyle back home. Under the video that I did about receiving my PR, someone comment that we're not to come to Canada and then start complaining about life here, or start complaining about Canada after I provide a better life than something of that effect, after I provide a better life or after I provide good life for you. And I had to respond by saying, excuse me, who is complaining? And I said, as a matter of fact, I had a good life in my country too. So it's not everybody that migrated from their country come because them did suffer. To each his own. And in everything you have your pros and your cons. So for instance, in Jamaica, the jobs are not readily available. And not everybody in Jamaica, you definitely have to either one, have the qualification or have links. That's it. Links and qualification. And the competition is so stiff because I know people with 2 degrees. People have 2 bachelor's degree, masters. The competition is so stiff, right? So you have to definitely have the qualification. Here is just a high school diploma, and the jobs are not readily available. In Canada, jobs are here. At least where I am, the jobs are here. And the demand for workers are here because sometimes I work 2 jobs, and at both of the jobs that I work, they always need casual, and they always need it. Sometimes they call me randomly at my second job. Can you fill in this evening? I know it's a short notice. I'm like, no, not today. I have plans. Or if I can, I will. Right? So the jobs are there, and you can work 2, 3 jobs and build yourself. In Jamaica, you cannot do that. People don't work 2 jobs in Jamaica. It's just a one. You're lucky if you have one
Because there's
job.
no such thing as a part-time job in Jamaica.
Right. And you're lucky if you have one job. So that's not a thing in Jamaica. You can actually work and build yourself, build a company, just build yourself here in Canada. Jamaica, nah. You can get a job. And the thing about it, in our field that we work, because we work in manufacturing, production, distribution, right? I just sum it up all. I think it's a good paying field in Jamaica because the pay wasn't so bad. And I know people in Jamaica who are working $9 million a year. People that was like a step of me was working over $500,000 a month. And even though I that get good pay, I know that I could have earned more. And I was still cheated. I was still cheated out of what I could have. I know I could have earned more. So money is in Jamaica that can be made. People in a Jamaica who are good pay. I know that as a fact. And it can happen. But in Canada, the thing about Canada is the jobs are here. Like, let me say this. In Jamaica, the jobs are just a small percentage of Jamaicans earn above certain amount of money.
No, like you have to be in a particular position. Like for example, like a managerial position, but not everyone can become the manager. You have to have the man on the floor. And the thing is, I mean, what I've seen over here is that, I mean, typical example, if you're in Jamaica and you just leave school, you won't be just going into a managerial position just straight from school, so you won't be able to make well, I mean, you will make adequate amount of money, but if your ambition is to, for example, make a substantial amount, you have to wait until certain position becomes available. But like over here, you can leave school and go in the trade, and you will be able to make like
Go in the oil field.
not just the oil field.
No, I'm just saying Going the oil field at 18. Oh my goodness. And not to cut you, but what kind of manager? Because remember, I was seeking a job before I leave Jamaica, and I was getting a job as an administrative manager, and the salary that was offered to me was $100,000 a month.
Jamaican.
Jamaican dollar. And me ask the lady if she mad. Me I say I'm earning more than double that after tax. So why would I leave my job and come settle for that? Me not so desperate. And she said that is why I asked you. I said no thanks. So I'm just saying it all depends because you have managers in Jamaica that is not earning more than $150,000 a month. So it depends on the organization or the industry and so on and so forth. And I know that people can just your boss can pay when feel like to, you know. So yeah, and here, but the thing that I want to talk about most, maybe why I'm not all that so excited, being here for almost 3 years now, um, I'm not so fond of the winter. Not because of the cold, really, but the darkness and the mood. I'm not such a big fan of the winter. I'm sorry. And I'm not such a big fan of what else? Oh, I'm not a fan of the winter. And here where I am is 3 planes to Jamaica. And I'm not such so much of a fan of that. So take away the winter and the distance, the 3 planes, perfect. It would be perfect for me. I am an outdoor person. I love nature. I love to garden. And I would do that all year round. That is my solitude. So without the winter, and not even being far from Jamaica, because that not so bad, but the winter, that's my problem. The winter, the miserable winter period. It's like, for me, right now, I'm feeling Jamaica. I'm loving Jamaica more. I'm missing Jamaica. And maybe that is why I feel like this.
Honestly, the only issue I have with the winter is when the roads are horrible. Yep.
So you like the winter?
As I said, the only issue I have with the winter is when the roads are horrible and I'm driving.
You know, I was more for Canada than you, and now it come like you enjoy Canada more than me. I don't know. But like, oh my goodness, I love the outdoor and just me. I don't know. Like at my current state right now, my mindset is not to spend the rest of my life here. How do you feel about that?
I haven't really given it much thought.
My or what I want to do is earn enough money, work certain months, earn enough money. I don't know. Probably do YouTube, make go big with YouTube, but I want to spend the colder time of the year in Jamaica. So even if I go to Jamaica 3 months out of every year, maybe not 6, but 3 months, like December, January, and February. And for the rest of the year, I'm in Canada. That would work for me. Even not to go back to Jamaica to live, but me still not take Jamaica across Jamaica from my list to go back and live because I don't know what the future holds. Because what I'm seeing right now in the US, how the US are going and people, I don't know. I don't think Canada will become like the US,
For the
but
US account.
uh, with all what that Trump is imposing and everything, and people don't like it, and the whole immigration thing.
Yeah, but that's just temporary. I mean, what, 2.5 more years and there will be no more Trump.
All right, I don't want to talk politics, but I'm just saying a lot of Jamaicans, and I've been seeing this on social media, are going back to Jamaica, and they're also building houses, and that is why I use this medium to talk about, building in Jamaica, building houses and stuff like that. And I'm passionate about this too. So I've seen, and also they're not just building houses, they're choosing specific area to live. And most and these areas like the country area. And they're not just building houses, they're planting trees, farming and stuff like that. Off grid. And that is what I want. That is my dream in life. I want a house and a farm. You know
Oh,
me.
yeah, you want to live like a bushman, or in
Yes.
your case, a bushwoman.
Yes.
Okay.
With the river flowing by. Yeah. Yes. That is my ultimate dream.
Hey, no worry, I'll come visit you now and then.
I don't mind. I don't mind. That's my dream, like to have a off grid thing, live and it's surrounded by greeneries, trees, um, plant my own vegetation, plant my own crops and so forth, solar energy
Uh,
and all that.
Kill your own coal.
Kill my own no, no, me I go vegan. Me I go vegan. But that is my thing though. You know that is my thing. Right? You know that is my thing. That's how I want to retire. And then I can't do that in Canada all year round.
No, you can't because there's this thing called winter.
Yeah. So yeah. So that is my take on the whole Canada thing. But I see Canada as a very good avenue. Like it's a very good country. I think I like it minus the winter. I like Canada, and the opportunities and so forth because there are more to it. There are more to it. The benefits, even when it comes down to child's care benefit. Although I don't think that it's good when you already have the kids, but it's not very much encouraging for me to have another child just to get the benefits. Nah, no, no, that's not my thing. My thing is not to do things to get the benefit, but it stop a gap when you already have the kids, but it's not encouraging enough for me to say have another child because I want to get child care benefits and other little benefits that they give us. But I mean, and healthcare. But sometimes I don't think healthcare is really such a big thing because the other day when I called my doctor and they were saying, "Oh, do you want to book an appointment?" The next appointment I have available is in June. Mind you, this was the 11th of May. And the next appointment to see my family doctor is a month later. When in Jamaica, I can just walk into a doctor and sit down and wait little and we can see my doctor. Me not even have to call once the doctor is there. You know? So and I have met a lot of people who are coming from the neighboring towns to the hospital for like when I'm at the hotel and they come to stay because they have a medical procedure at the hospital and them tell me how long they had to wait and stuff. And sometimes they come and them have to leave and I get treatment because whatever doctor not available, whatever it is. So sometimes if you have a chronic illness, sometimes you will die waiting. Jamaica, you just have to have your money and you're good. And when you talk about the quality of healthcare here in Jamaica, like how they treat their patient, to each his own, because I hear people here complaining about, how they're treated at the hospital and stuff like that. And people in Jamaica complain as well as you hear people in Jamaica commending the healthcare system or their experience was good. I have two children, and the first one, the experience was very good giving birth to her. The second one was a near death experience. So I guess with everything, you have good and bad. And I don't know if it's where you're at, or it depends. Or for the majority, I don't know. I don't have a lot of experience with Canadian healthcare system, so I don't know. I cannot compare. So I don't know. I guess it depends. Or maybe when it comes on to, or I guess maybe one would say that Canadian healthcare is better, but then again, yeah, is the wait period is the issue. Now, Jamaica, you don't have to wait that much, depending on what you have to do. But Canada, you have to wait, but maybe better quality healthcare.
I don't know. I guess it all depends, as I said, on the procedure that you have to do because
Mhm.
certain procedure cannot be done in Jamaica. They have to send them to the US.
Yeah, or other countries.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
So 601 off, that's not that.
that is it.
And the issue that is affecting Canada is there is insufficient
Doctors and
medical
nurses.
practitioners here. There's a shortage along with everything else, shortage of skilled workers.
Yup. So to sum up this video, I would say that we're not excited as I don't think nothing is wrong with how we are feeling. We are grateful. Don't get us wrong. We are very much grateful, and we
Yeah,
said
we're
that.
just not over the moon.
Yes, we were more excited when we received our work permit. Happy, glad, ready to push out and work and achieve and build ourselves here. So, yep, we were just not feeling as excited as others around us. But we were very much excited when we get our work permit, though. We were more excited. So I think the correct thing to say is that we were more excited getting our work permit than getting the PR, because the thing for us, and that is one of the things that we came to Canada for, to work and build ourselves more. And in Jamaica, I believe our problem wasn't earning, it's just money management. Because if I had known what I know now back then, would not be good. We don't have to leave Jamaica. Just saying.
Well, I don't know.
Because both of us had side
Maybe we
hustles. Yeah.
still probably would have.
Well, we don't know. But that's just all I have to say. I just think right now, I just miss Jamaica and just due for a visit, even though it's not been 1 year since I've been there. But after the winter, you just want to go somewhere. Even during the winter, you just want to go somewhere and unwind, because trust me, winter harsh.
Oh,
Not you.
I don't feel that way
You
because
you have no feelings. But me always feel that way. If I could take a vacation 2 times for the year, I would. And that's what I want to do. They give you tax credit for 2 vacations for the year.
oh yeah, what 5% is so much?
No, them say $300 off for each. But I know it's not that much, but you're encouraged to take vacation. And that's what I want to do. Two
Yeah.
vacations for the year. Hurry up, and I'm gonna specialize skilled field and earn some big money so I can live like a kept wife.
Hmm.
No, no.
No what?
So me can
No
just
comment.
okay. Know yourself, man. Know yourself.
I'm not worrying myself.
All right. So yeah, I'll just sit and I'd still work, but I hear money for vacation, you
Yeah,
know.
you're straying from the topic of the video.
Anyways, guys, yep, we just miss Jamaica, but thank you all for tuning in, and please remember to like and subscribe.
Oh
Comment
yeah,
down below.
and there's this I button. I don't know what it does, but
What you know about the hype button? What you do about hype button? Yes, you just press like, and when you press like, when you like the video, the hype button will come, and you just hype up the video. Thank
I
you,
have no
thank
idea
you.
what they do, but anyway.
What you know about hype? Thank you, thank you, thank you. Cause I had it in my head to tell him to hype up the video. Thanks, but then you remind me, which I don't know. I may never know. Say no about that. Anyway, thanks. Thanks. Thanks for coming on here. Take care, peeps.
Yeah, and I see you guys, I guess when I'm not too busy.
Whatever.